This is the last day that this motor is going to be in this car. Rat Nest Monster V1. Done.
It's done. Yes, Mr. Frodo. It's over now.
Introducing couldn't find it. Rat Nest V2. So Emma's booked in for drift school. I'm booked in for drift prac, and that's in 3 weeks, which is plenty of time, because last time we did this it was like a week. So, but we have no budget because I'm putting all my money towards a tow car because I haven't had one for a while. Sad story, not getting into it. But yeah, hopefully no dramas. Looks promising. I've just started hosing it down, and it's just grossing me out, eh? I'm gonna hate doing this. Touching this motor is gonna be gross. I'm assuming all the mice piss and all that has just corroded the shit out of everything. Did I say mice? Rat piss. Anyway. Oh, the motor's out. Just cleaned her up. And yeah, get her ready tomorrow. Might be looking at a tow car tomorrow, so that's good. So hopefully it doesn't take too much time out of that. Yeah, hopefully we have enough time to get it ready to put in.
That's a Coke. Nice Coke. Coke good? Good Coke? Nice.
It's Thursday. I've had all week to build a motor, but up until this point I didn't know what direction I was going to go. So at the start I was just going to use this motor and put a timer valve kit and water pump on. But when I was pulling this apart, I noticed that the valve stem seals were leaking, and I was like, oh, that's no good. And then I pulled the timing cover off. Oil pump's leaking, cam seal's leaking, pretty sure front main is leaking. And when I set all my timing marks up, that's obviously meant to be central going up. And I noticed that timing mark was like, this tooth was over here. So I took the belt off and then lined up all the marks on the belt, on the cam gear and on the crank gear, and there was a tooth out. So I put that back like that. I'm going to take it all off now anyway. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to risk it if the valves are bent. I don't have time to check it. So take this head off. I got my good head. I was going to build a forged motor, but I'm brown, too expensive. I'm going to LS it.
$0.
So I'm going to get my good head. Depending on the face of the block, I'll either use a multi-layer metal head gasket or a standard head gasket. Put my good head on, get my brand new oil pump, which is on that motor, and then reseal the sump, the oil pump. I think I have the front main seal, do the front main seal. And yeah, we'll put it all back together and have it all timed properly. I got all new exhaust studs, and yeah, that's what's going on. Guess what?
What?
Change of plan, eh?
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
We're not running the good head, we're not running studs, we're not running a metal head gasket, we're not putting another oil pump on here. We're not doing that. Why? Every bore is scored.
No one likes a scored bore. Where's that fat one? There's like a real fat.
Yeah, there is. There's even a, there's one with a burr on it.
Yeah, yeah,
top.
tough. That makes heaps of power. Should be.
So, this is just getting slapped together with just random junk parts for one event. That's gonna get sent off, get decked, probably honed, new bearings, crank and rod bearings, rings, Nitto H-beam rods, and that's getting put together for hopefully October. So should be a bit spicy, that one.
So yeah, the next engine will be the one, and this one is just going to be another one.
Yeah.
It's alright, it'll work. Clean it up. Smash it together. Spin some tyres.
It's all about hopes and dreams around here, man. It's not called $0.
And $0.
It's not called $0 for no reason. Alright, so I thought I'd cut the old filter off. It,
Just falling apart, eh?
yeah. you can only guess how long this hasn't been running for, but from what I can see, it doesn't look too bad.
It's just one bit, eh?
Just one bit, and it's right.
It's tiny.
there.
There it is. Tiny little bit of copper. You won't even see it on the video, I don't think. But...
Not like this one.
Nah. No glitter gang.
But yeah, that's how the field is meant to look.
That one's falling apart.
That's not meant to do that,
No.
obviously.
Well, we're glad we put the other filter on it to pre-run it then, like to start it and
Yeah, because that could have potentially locked shit up.
made it even worse. So, oh well, good find. Put a head on.
Yep. So, just cleaning up any oily residue that's left behind, so we can get maximum
Clamping, I guess.
adhesion.
Adhesion.
As the
You just don't want the gasket to slip and come apart unevenly, I guess, or compress unevenly.
well, that printed on the gasket is meant to adhere to the block and the head, and if it's got a oily surface, it could potentially fail.
Not anymore. It'd be fine. It'd be mint. It's not gonna leak.
Well, it's not really flat.
With enough hopes and dreams and tension, it'll be fine.
Alright, you ready?
I'm thinking the old.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
Yeah, and then we just gotta make sure the dowels, line up.
It's alright, I'm not that much of an apprentice.
Right. Let's do this short. Ready? Yep.
There you go.
Hang on. This, yeah.
Bang. I can hear the
I can hear the power already.
wheel knock already. That must went on way too smooth.
Well, I was looking right down the dowel hole.
I didn't feel the dowel at all, so it must have just went straight in.
All dowel, no hole.
So,
Alright. Is that going to stay there?
yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So, I have a can of this. I did not use it. Because inbuilt in the head gasket, there's a print that does what this thing does. And it's evenly printed for the specs of this application. And if I put this on here, it can affect
That print that they've put on there? It'll affect that plus the plus
it
the
will
adhesion.
affect so it might not adhere to this and could potentially fail. The cylinder head is not within spec.
She's a little not straight, but
It is not flat.
we actually don't know if it's the head or if it's the block because
Well, I know the head's not flat.
oh well, there you go. Yeah, okay.
We had a straight block on it and it wasn't hitting the full surface area of
Yeah.
the block.
true.
And then when I got a straight edge on it, it definitely was a lot more than 0.05 of a millimetre.
That's alright.
It was at least 0.5 of a mil, so
It's only the last one event, eh?
yeah, that's right. But with newer head gaskets or gaskets in general, it already has this built into it. Not this as such, but
I've seen people mainly use that stuff on like pure copper heads, like pure copper gaskets.
what you can use this for and it's not recommended, is when you reuse a metal head gasket.
Yeah, okay.
But you have to get the black coating off.
Oh, righto.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, so then it's metal onto that, onto metal.
Yeah.
Copy. Righto, well, heads on, just got to do the head bolts now, and it'll be a complete motor.
Yeah, so the pattern to do the head bolts is...
Just have a look. Be
So-
easier. See if people need it, they can screenshot it.
1 to 14 is all your bolts inside the head, and then your little 6mm bolts are 15 to 17, which they don't really matter. They're not doing really anything.
Yeah.
But you do your first set in this order.
Yeah. So
1,
you do the
2,
order.
Yeah, like that.
So what do you do? 30 newton meters, 58, 88, back it off 90, back up to 88.
Back it off 90 again.
Yeah, then back up to 88.
Yeah.
Then it says to warm the engine up. So I'm guessing the warming the engine up is to allow that printed print to
Set.
set and adhere to the engine and then let it cool. So, alright, let's get into that.
There you go. What the fuck? Oh, I guess. Fair enough. Oh, that'll do. The motors all put back together, just lined up all the timing belt and the timing marks. So, number 1 and number 6 that top dead center. We got our little dot there in the gear and that groove, they line up. And then there's a line in the belt here somewhere. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Yeah, you can. It's just there. And then this gear's meant to be, well, that mark's meant to be center. And that's also lined up with the timing mark in the timing belt. Now it's time to time and cover and knock off for tonight. Just up to torquing the flywheel with the ARP flywheel bolts, and it's at 128 newton meters, and then we'll go on a bit of a star pattern and put the clutch on. We'll clean the flywheel and then put the clutch on. Alright, so this is all done. Probably missed a lot of footage due to lack of interest. I'm tired. Motor's not ideal, but it's in it. All you just got to do is one event. Kind of like the last motor. But yeah, there it is. Let's take it for a fucking spin, eh?
Can you listen to this?
You get it? Don't have much fuel. All the way back.
Bye.